Executive Director of Public Relations, Board Member, Renee Marie Language of Love Foundation, a 501c3 for stroke and aphasia awareness. Co-exclusive producer of Renee Marie Language of Love telethons. Executive booking agent, co-host of Renee Marie Stroke of Luck TV shows. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Diane Brumberg Stern, President of the Senior Resource Group of New Jersey, that offers free health care and business referral services to seniors, and along with Renee Marie Language of Love Foundation, who brings stroke and aphasia awareness to the world. This is a very special show that these two organizations are gathering together at the Rosen Performing Arts Center to perform and entertain.
My name is Mark McEwen. I was on CBS for 16 years. Every morning, I'd have my cup of coffee, hopefully with you. Let me tell you a bit about why I'm here. I suffered a stroke, and that stroke almost killed me. Before I had a stroke, I knew nothing. What I know now about a stroke could fill this room. I had my stroke on an airplane coming back from BWI, Baltimore Washington International Airport. I'm from Maryland. And truth was, it was awful. And the truth was, I had no idea what it was. I also thought it would go away, like a cold or whatever. Boy, was I wrong. So when I landed, they picked me up from the airport on in an ambulance, and off I went to the ER. The nurse, when I checked in, said, "When did you first notice symptoms of your stroke?" And I said, "Oh, maybe 3 or 4 days ago." And she just nodded, because she knew what I didn't know. There is a thing called a clot busting drug that can help you mitigate the damage that comes with a stroke, but that's only hours. This has been days. And so my adventure, as I call it, began. Oh man, I was in a coma for 2 days, intensive care for a week, hospital for a month. I'm still, I have residue of having a stroke. I had to learn to walk again, to talk again, to swallow again. I write left-handed. I'm right-handed. My dominant side is my right side. This hand shakes and it doesn't write so well. And I was writing one day and it was squiggly, and I thought, heck with this, I'm doing everything left-handed. I eat left-handed, I shave left-handed, I put my contacts in left-handed, brush my teeth left-handed. People say I couldn't do that. And I always say, you could if you had to. I didn't sit here and think, you know what I'll do? I'll do everything left-handed. No, I just, you are brought to a place and you think, heck with this, I'll do it left-handed. When you have a stroke, you want, at least I did, you want life to stop because you have stopped. It doesn't work that way. Life goes on. When you have a stroke, something bad happened to you, you think you're the only person that's ever had that happen to. Look around, cross the street, everyone has something. I'm not saying everyone has a stroke in their past, but bankruptcy, divorce, losing a loved one, everyone has something. Be kind, because they are struggling quietly, and just your kindness, your reaching out, your help goes a long way. I met Renee. I was on Long Island for Judy's Run. Judy's Run is, I met the guy Walter Zambrowski, Judy is his wife. She had a stroke, and Judy's stroke was awful. And so she's been in the hospital ever since. And he reached out to me when I come there, and I did. And there was a stage set up, and guess who was singing on the stage? Renee Marie. And I remember she looked at me and I looked at her, and that's how we met. Just as dear as she could be, just as sweet as she could be, and good heart, good heart. So my life's work, there is part one. That was all TV, and I was a rock and roll DJ and blah, 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 blah. Part two is reaching out to other stroke survivors, because I want them to say, if he could do it, I can do it. And give the hope. Hope is a very powerful emotion. Give them hope, give them inspiration, because it's powerful, but it's in short supply, it seems. So your job, my job, is to come to them. And I speak all around the country. And when I do, off to the right, there are people, stroke survivors in wheelchairs with their arms drooped, with their face drooped. I say to the person who brought me there, I'll be right back. So I go over to them. It's like going home. It's hugs. It's just all kinds of things, because again, I go back to that word hope. You know, this is not a path I would have chosen, but guess what? We're on that path. And being on it, you have to give back. You have to help. I want to say welcome. And again, as the saying goes, here we go.